Nigerians believe that it's not about the company. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are on the sea.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
The content is at top of the news of this minister and the government.
Give us access to our money
I've always said there are two sets of people, the oppressors and the oppressed, and in between are the coward and the hypocrites. Which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacle.
Good morning and welcome to Open Conversation on Atlantic Television Network. Open Conversation is the network's flagship political platform through which trending political news, events and stories are discussed with stakeholders. Through these conversations, ATN uses political talks about specific issues, party system and actor to explore hope and engender positive impacts to the society. Today on Open Conversation, we look at these stories. First, Rivers local government arson. Fubara vows to implement Commission of Inquiry reports. And then on to Edo State, Obebelo gives local government chairman 48 hours to submit account statements. And then on to Delta State, APC chairman resumes amid leadership crisis. On National Assembly, Akpabio threatens to sack non-performing Senate committee chairman. On politics, Ohaneze condemns uncharitable remarks against Obasanjo. Still on politics, Ababio Abbas Kuka decry politicization of religion. We are open for advert placements, bookings, and commercials. You can connect with us on all our ATN socials, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, and on Twitter, Atlantic website, www.atlanticnetwork.tv. We'll go on a short break. When we come back, we'll delve right into the show. Do not go away.
We always overcome.
What Nigerians believe that it's not about the company. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honourable
you human trafficker.
Honourable they are not picking our calls. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
from the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-the-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sport.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are on the sea.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act, I call for the release of this minister and the government.
Give us access to our money we put in charge.
As always said, there are two sets of people, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the coward and the hypocrites, which I
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the government. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are on the sea.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act, I call for the release of this minister and the government.
Give us access to our money we put in charge.
As always said, there are two sets of people, the oppressors and the
Welcome.
Viewers.
Achis, you're looking very good, by the way.
Thank you. I want to take a new wife.
Okay, probably Nze will give his blessings. I don't know. Also joining me on Open Conversation this morning is Nze Nze, a regular on Open Conversation as well, a political analyst, and he prides himself as the advocate of the masses. Good morning, Nze, and
Good
welcome.
morning. The people prize me as the advocate,
Okay, the
not
people,
me, not me
the
priding
people,
myself as the advocate.
Oh, wow. Okay, very
Good morning
well.
and good morning, Nigerians.
And you look good also.
Thank you
Nze.
very much.
And on to the story. Governor C9NVERSATION Fubara of Rivers State has vowed to implement the report of the State Commission of Inquiry on the destruction of local government secretariats, no matter who is involved. Fubara made this declaration at the presentation of the Commission's report by its chairman, Justice Ibiwengi Minakiri, a serving judge of the State High Court at the Government House in Port Harcourt. The governor applauded the Commission for its resilience in completing the task, despite attempts to derail the work, including legal challenges and other forms of obstruction. He wondered why anyone will oppose a commission dedicated to uncovering the truth and express disbelief that individuals who invested in building council complexes could later destroy their own legacies. Citing past incidents, Fubara linked those responsible for the recent attacks on council buildings to previous acts of violence, including the bombing of courts before the 2015 elections. While restating his stance on accountability, the governor affirmed that no one, including himself, is above the law. The chairman of the 7-member commission, Justice Ibiwengi Minakiri, detailed the methodology used to compile the report. She noted that visits to affected local government areas, Kana, Eleme, Ikwere, Emoha, and Obiakpo were instrumental in verifying claims from submitted memoranda. According to Justice Minakiri, the Commission's proceedings revealed hidden facts about the state and were concluded on November 28 within the stipulated 30 days assigned by the governor. The report, presented in 4 volumes, includes memoranda, exhibits, records of proceedings, and findings. Justice Minakiri urged Fubara to implement recommendations to ensure lasting peace in the state. She said some individuals indicted in the memoranda failed to appear before the commission for their defense. She concluded by expressing hope that the report's implementation will deter future violence and restore stability across Rivers State. Let me start with you, Nze. Nze, what do you make of this development?
Yes, first and foremost, I commend the governor for the bold step taken, irrespective of his previous peaceful disposition over Rivers crisis. But I see that he is being more proactive this time around, following the due process to see that such criminal acts are being placed on check in the state. You know, for the fact that he has taken the bull by the horn by continual sustenance of the commission's job, during the periods of distractions and all that, he kept assuring them that he was with them until they finished their work. So I salute him for that, and salute the chairman of the Commission, Justice Menakere. And I also want to take exception to the governor's statement that anyone who is indicted will be made to face the law, no matter who is involved.
Why are you taking exception to that statement?
Why I'm taking exception on that is that we've seen a state where some people are spared and some people are punished. But based on his statement, I want to give him a kind of, if one will say, okay, we are watching you on this word. I am looking at the governor, because it is not just enough to constitute a panel of inquiry and after the end of the panel, everything will be swept under the carpet and things will end like that. Now that you have done this, yes, there are other incidences where we had expected a panel of inquiry being constituted, but we are not constituted, which we say, okay, you didn't do those ones, but you are starting today. There is an adage in Igbo that says, "Oh, sit at the man." So if it should start today, let it continue. Let this panel recommendations be taken to the letter, irrespective of who is involved. We discovered that from the statement of the chairman, there are people who were indicted by the commission, and their names and everything are there. We are waiting for the governor to match his word with action. Let this panel not just be a toothless bulldog that will make noise and at the end of the day nobody will hear anything about it. We are watching him, and he should know that now he is more responsible to the people, not to his godfathers. Now that God has vindicated him to an extent, because I know that he's still embattled. But
vindicated.
Yes, God has vindicated him to a very large extent, because the people, the electorates, the river citizens are clapping for his administration. When you look at his governance, though he cannot meet everything at once, but he's taking them step by step. You look at the performances of his local government chairman. Look at what is happening today in Eche. The long, if I may say, relegated Eche today has received light. We look at what is happening in Abu Audua. Look at what is happening in Ikwere local government. Look at what is happening in Obiakbo and all that. Even other local governments like Kanao, Pubunkora and all that. You see, people are rejoicing. And that is to perfect what the Bible said, that when the righteous are in power, people rejoice. So I want the governor to make sure that he matches his word with action in this very one. If it is done, it will now bring a lot of people to considering their actions before they will carry it out.
All right, Nze. Interestingly, you have dragged God where he is in his throne resting. You have dragged God into Rivers State politics.
He will always be there. I
don't want to ask where God was in the emergence of the governor and the controversies around this emergence and the God factor in it. So I don't God into Nigerian politics. Don't you think is disrespecting the sanctity and the holiness of God? But then, Chizzy, let me come to you. What do you make of this story?
Well, I do not know the details of the reports of that report, so I may not deeply discuss it as in why the implementation and all of that. The governor. What am I going to say? I just wait for you to. If you know those who didn't do it, you already knew those who did it. So I can say that what he had just handed over to the woman is to say, this is the person that did it. Just wait until 30 days and give me the report, so I will implement it. And the report has come. And so, and the part of in the woman's, she said, according to what you told us now, she said here, go to prison, assuming. And the governor will catch them and then put into the prison. That's what he's saying. The governor take it to the relevant section. It's not even Rivers State government that will implement it. He has vowed to implement it as a person. We're watching. There are arms of government. You see, when we are in this whole thing, as much as I don't want to digress into what is talking about, you know, projects or non-projects, that is not my business for today. My business today is. Let me congratulate him. He said he has vowed to implement it. We are waiting. Other subsequent, governors in the past have told us, president such things, and then up to now we have not seen them. So we're waiting on how he's going to implement it. And then those who
probably he means that the people who are indicted by that report will be prosecuted.
Okay, that's it.
It is well within his rights to prosecute
them, right?
Isn't
Okay.
it?
Okay, fine, it is.
So when he says, or he vows that the people who committed these crimes as...
who they indicted as committed, because they have not committed until the court of competence says so.
Now, the Commission of Inquiry as having committed this crime. And if the Commission of Inquiry has said these are the persons involved, it is well within his rights, the right of the state to prosecute, isn't it? So probably when he's saying that nobody will go scot-free, that he will implement. Implementing means that having received, he will now hand it over to the judiciary.
That is what I'm saying.
Invitations were extended to people.
No, they didn't invite anybody. I know that. I know people they didn't invite. I don't want to. When they call the names, I will tell you those they didn't invite. I know those they said they invited and they
said they invited the FCT minister, for example. They said they the APC chairman of River State. They said they invited the former local government chairman of Eleme, Olo Barriolomate. I hope I pronounced that name well. This is the three names I can come up amongst others that were invited, but they did not show up. Okay,
they invited and his local government was not mentioned. They were the one who went there. They saw these people there.
In the instance of the
look at
people saying that there were videos of people, you know, who were chanting his name when they were committing.
You now go and invite him. You see the people they say they are invited now. These are the people that are opposed to Fubara. So they already did that. That's why I said some of us are opposed to Fubara. Maybe our names we are in the ETCs. These are the. So we are in the others. That's why I said now all of those who are opposed to him are invited to the commission. Tony Okocha, look at, they just mentioned FCC minister in Abuja, maybe Dr. Samuel Wanosike in US as at that day. They've been invited, they will be invited, and every other person. So they are just looking for anybody who in his lieu has said no to what FUBARA is doing, and then they will invite the person to the commission of inquiry. Please invite everybody who says no to what FUBARA is doing. Invite them.
Now, the question is,
so on implementation?
No, in your opinion, before you still go back to the implementation, in your opinion, this panel of inquiry was a witch hunt. It was not done in good conscience. Is that what you're saying?
I am not the one who says so. It's the governor who says so.
You said that the governor is using the panel of inquiry to go after people that are
from another dimension. Right. But when you go there as a man who is going to set up a court and then say, look, I'm setting up a committee to probe you, but I know this committee, you have already told the committee what to do.
Right.
So to that extent, that thing is so biased. It's purely a witch hunt. It's just a way of trying to find how do I get these persons so they'll be answering to certain things. I mean, these advisors crafted it well, but they don't stand it within the ambit of the law. They look at it, just give them some kind of, give them war. Maybe just
this making any impact whatsoever?
Look, the impact it's making is that the governor has vowed, and of course there were people who were there. Some people have been paid allowances for carrying up something. They have made money. That's all they are doing. People have been paid allowances. People have been paid to talk about it. People have been paid to do it. And so the governor, that's the impact. And that is to the extent it will stop.
Now, when Nze was speaking, Nze talked about other incidences that happened in River State that he expected that the governor should have also commissioned the panel of inquiry for. Now, example, the bombing of the River State House of Assembly complex.
That's why. So it's just natural. So that if you say it's for those people, people will tend to believe you more. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what he has done. It's not like they did it. So you can, if you say, no, this is coming from this other person, I can tell you that what the governor says, see, I have grown in this thing to know that certain times something happened to me. Let me just share this. Something happened to me politically when I was contesting the chairmanship of the APC. Something happened to me and they said, look, do you know, name the person that you suspect. And I told the police, you see why I can't name? I said, no, if those who are my friends, that I may not
for possible sabotage?
It can happen. Sabotage happen everywhere. And I can tell you, sabotage happen everywhere. Mechi is a living witness. We've been in a meeting where we thought things were done by the other person, but meanwhile it was done by the house. I know sabotage happen everywhere in politics, in other spheres of life. So, but in trying to set up, we must grow against above our sentiments and emotions.
Right.
We must, some people can say, now, let me tell you, look at local governments you mentioned. Those are now the only 23 local governments in Rivers State, for instance. Look at local government. Some people can just say, look, this period, let's do something. Let's do something. And the governor. Somebody was on air saying that, of all the things I did for the governors, they have not done anything. Look at them, they don't recognize me. Is it a hidden secret again? So there are persons who are also doing dirty job. I am not saying that the governor sent them. I have not said so. But they are doing dirty jobs. To call it the governor.
It is being taken by ATN.
Who did?
He talked about the bombing of the assembly, and he mentioned the chief of staff.
And you said it's being taken by the ATN. It's being taken by ATN.
I had expected you to stop that because he wouldn't have continued with that.
Hold on. Now,
I know you always want to hold me on then.
No,
Go
at
ahead.
this point you will hold on.
Yes, I will hold on.
Because you mentioned ATN.
Yes.
And when you're talking about ATN, it happened on open conversation. And why are they suspended?
First and foremost, let's remember we are informing the public.
Hold on. You
asked me a question.
That you want to go on a rigmarole. I asked you a direct question.
You
why was Eddie
me always?
You're already on a rigmarole. Why was Eddie Sinehe, the current chief of staff, and still also a member of Rivers State House, the bombing of Rivers State House of Assembly complex? And up until now, these 4 lawmakers have not appealed that suspension, have not gone to court, even for defamation of character or personality assassination. It was from that suspension that Eddie Sinehe emerged as the speaker, the factional speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly then.
I disagree with you.
Hold on.
100%.
You can choose to disagree. I respect that. However, when you drag ATN into Rivers State politics and try to present us as partisan, I will stop you in your tracks, because I speak from a place of facts, figures, constitution, and not emotions, and not rumors, and not propaganda. There was a suspension on the ground of the bombing of the Rivers State House of Assembly complex, and these 4 persons were suspended in line with that particular allegation.
And I told you that I disagree with you on that.
You can choose to. However, it's a fact.
Can you not allow me to come on?
Hold on. It's a fact that is out there for the whole world to actually research and find out. It's a fact that you can research upon and find out. So when you say that somebody just alleged or made accusations and ATN kept quiet, I take serious exception to that.
No, you are free to do that now.
I take serious exception to that, because there has been a legal action taken by the Rivers State House of Assembly in line with what you call an accusation. And the persons that were suspended on that account have not vacated that, have not appealed it. Nothing has happened so far. Now, moving forward, Nze, kindly react to whatever it is that Chizzy said you want to react without trying to take a detour. For that, Nze, I'm actually here.
You may be there for that.
If you're disagreeing, I expect
I have told you that I would have asked you questions.
If you want to disagree, right, disagree with facts. Don't say this and this without marrying them and supporting them with facts, and then you jump into some other thing. So I'm actually open. I have the time for you to do that.
If you claim you have any fruit